The story begins with an intense situation, where soldiers are terrified and shivering, and it seems as if they are going to face a breathtaking corpse god. Just then, a magic circle appears. Without giving them a second to think, swords appear from these magic circles. These soldiers are chopped like vegetables. Another soldier appears and whispers in the leading commander's ear something. By hearing him, the commander orders everyone to accumulate the dead bodies and transmit them to the sorcerer. Also, the remnant soldiers need to step back to save their lives, because the subjugation unit has arrived to take them down. In addition, they are not alone. The church's secret weapon has reached to wipe out this Grim Reaper monster. People know him as a Calamity Crusher, but his real name is Shagrua Edith. He is strikingly handsome in armor. When he unleashes his sword, a strong gust, and a corpse, the god of a skeleton, appears. Corpse God creates a magic circle and halts with the current. But Shagrua is also cautious and counters attack by swinging his sword. One of the subjugated units reveals that the corpse god is responsible for the death of people. His labyrinth has expanded that taking the lives of people. Due to taking people's lives, he is called the corpse god. Just then, he strikes him with his sword, but the corpse god is powerful enough to bounce him back. Watching his failure, corpse god assaults him with swords by creating magic circles. But Shagrua is vigilant enough to make this attack useless. The corpse god is pissed off, so he creates a magic circle outside the cave. He is absorbing the soul of the dead and the skeleton to transform it into a dragon. This scary dragon will combat Shagrua. Shagrua is a handsome warrior who has upgraded his sword and tries to turn him into pieces with it. After a great effort, he has torn this dragon apart, but the corpse god is still alive to face him. Also, subjugation unit knows that it doesn't matter if he kills this monster. Still, skeleton has the power to demolish the entire world. Apart from this, an iconic fight starts between the corpse god and Shagrua. Each attack proves useless in front of Shagrua. A girl from the subjugation unit strongly believes in Shagrua and that he will live up to their expectations. She is aware that he will not kneel down before death. In agony, the corpse god creates an army of the skeleton to take him down. In a flashback, zombies type of creature has attacked them. Except for Shagrua, no one could survive, as the people have died, yet he has the power to see them. These souls are wailing, weeping, and cursing on him that he should also die with them. An army of soldiers rescues him and takes him with them. While going, he can still watch the souls moving around the castle. After this terrible incident, Shagrua has decided to fight back against these monsters. Growing up, he participates in the war and knocks down his enemies. Doesn't matter, it's a dragon or any other potent monster. Scene jumps to the present, where Shagrua knows how much sacrifice he has made. When he listens to his statement, the corpse's head knows that he has the ability of Evil Eye. Those who have this ability have two options in their life. One of them, they can have shelter under God. The other party chose to be the corpse god to control the ghost and spirits. Shagrua belongs to the first and second parties, which choose to fight back against these monsters. He is trying to overpower these skeletons by swinging the sword, but they are many in quantity, so he has thrown the rocks at them. He survives by swinging from the cave's roof. The army of skeleton has died, and now there is an intense fight between Shagrua and the corpse god. So, Shagrua assures him with a firing attack through his sword, but it's useless in front of the mighty beast. Also, the corpse god reveals that these souls are just toys for him. He loves to play with them and compares himself with Shagrua, who has also killed many beings. Shagrua doesn't entangle in his plan, because he knows the truth. On the other hand, the corpse god is also pissed off by this never-ending and exhausting fight. So, he creates a magic with which Shagrua is also unfamiliar. Although he doesn't know about this spell, he is ready to face it. Shagrua attacks him with his firing sword, and the girl from the subjugation unit helps him. With his potent power, he has broken the spell. But something fishy has happened after this. The black smoke has disappeared from this world. After the fight, his imagination is not cleared. He remembers fighting with the corpse god and casts a spell on him. By assuming that his spell has activated, he opens his eyes. Even though he is a corpse god, he feels weakness in his body. After gaining consciousness, he finds himself in the shabby alley. The floor and the garbage in this place are unfamiliar to him. Also, he notices his hand and is shocked to see them, because they are fragile. There is a mark on his neck as if someone has cut it. Corpse god starts moving to the light without caring about the blood dripping from his neck. This place is a city that he has never imagined. People are busy with daily routines, but he watches everything with a wide mouth. This city is not where warriors are fighting to eliminate the corpse god. Suddenly a drone appears in front of him, and the person watching him live through the drone is worried. He calls back to his fellows to complete the mission because this guy is still alive. After confirming that he has died, he leaves him in the street. But how he is possibly moving into the city with a slit throat? On the other hand, everything is new for him. Huge buildings, advertising, and technology are all totally beyond his imagination. By watching the model advertisement, he assumes it's a projection spell. Soon, he dismisses this idea because he hasn't felt any magic. He is passing by the people engrossed in their gadgets and vehicles that cannot understand him. While sitting in a lonely place, he assumes that people and children are happy and healthy. On the contrary, everything is opposite in his city. Something flashes in his mind about what happened to the city when he left. He doesn't know when he can return. Right now, only he can hope for their prosperous future. However, two cops arrive and want to know about him. Firstly, Corpse God is unable to understand their language, but after using the spell, he can comprehend their language. It reveals that his body has exchanged, but still has some power. Cops inquire about the injury on his neck that looks real. He can talk in their language with linguistic information through the brain, and everything is being cleared over time. Just then cops realize that his injury is deep. So, they want to take him for medical assistance, but Misaki Sakamiya doesn't give the police a chance to do it. She appears by trampling the police and taking the corpse god away. Even cops are trying to stop them, but they are too fast. Also, we are introduced to two handsome characters. They know that everything is possible in this city, so they ignore this incident and return to their business. On the other hand, she has brought him to the isolated alley. Here, he is trying to make her recall who introduces herself. After forcing himself, he can remember some moments but not clearly. By watching his adverse situation, Misaki, who looks strong, holds his legs. The corpse god is swinging in her hands and doesn't know what is happening. To make him comfortable, she turns him into the original position and his face on her breast. By hugging him, she wants to make him realize that he is perfectly alright. Just then she reveals her true colors and shows an iron rod with blood. Through this weapon, she slits his throat, but she is astonished at how he can survive after the severe injury. Now, the corpse god can recall the things where Misaki has attacked him. She is ready to take his life second time, although he was powerful in the previous world. Right now, his body is fragile to beat her, so he has decided to escape. On the other hand, she enjoys killing as a game. Also, the person watching them through a drone is pity on him, because Polka is only 16, and there is an order to kill him. He is hopeful that the assassin gets successful in killing him this time. Otherwise, he will not get paid. The corpse god is compelled to hide in an isolated building. In this city, he can't sense spirit, and this place is void of magic. Then how he can survive in this place? He has only one option: to escape from the clutches of death. He thinks that he can die with the severe injury for good. Unfortunately, she has located and is behind him. She attacks him with a weapon that she is grasping at her finger. Luckily, the corpse god dodges her attack by using fighting skills. Misaki is amazed because no one can do so. Concentrating on her mission, she attacks him with an iron rod. The corpse god also has an iron rod through which he defends himself, but he proves weak because his body is not strong enough to compete with her. Another scratch emerges on his neck due to the strike. By avoiding her, he starts running from her escape. Misaki is a professional killer. How she can allow to flee her prey? So, she halts him with the knife that penetrates his leg. The corpse god is happy to have this city because of this place he has dreamed of. He can't let this place go easily. Encouraging himself, he takes the dagger from his leg and counters the attack on her. Misaki moves her head to get rid of this dagger, and the corpse god has started running from there. Overflowing in excitement, she is chasing him because he is the one she has impressed. She has done the job of killing many people or gangsters, but she never enjoys the murder that she is enjoying right now. The corpse god is hidden in the room that is called the execution ground of Misaki, as she has killed many people, so their spirits are haunting there. The corpse god uses his evil eye and can sense the spirit of dead people. Misaki considers people's life low, because it's her profession, and she is fond of taking the lives of others. When she is about to attack him with her rod, the spirit is terrified and leaves her way. But she doesn't know it's not child's play to take the life of the corpse god, who can have an evil eye, through which he can control the spirits. He creates a magic circle, and a skeleton hand appears that penetrates her stomach. Assassin has been killed in the hands of prey. The person from the drone has watched his scary magic. Scene changes to another world, where the corpse god has disappeared. A girl from the subjugation unit congratulates him on killing this monster. Still, Shagrua thinks that his job doesn't end yet. He can recall the moments of the fight where his strike does not affect his body, because the corpse god has already done teleportation magic that has taken him away. The girl is not ready to believe it, because she has recently gained the report, which mentioned that there is no sign of the corpse god in this world. Despite this, Shagrua's mind is not ready to believe it, but he is hoping for the best. In the alternate world, the corpse god has reminded everything that he is not ordinary. Also, he is thankful to Misaki for killing him, which has made him remind everything. Now, his eyes are shining, because he has achieved what he wants to have. In this peaceful world, he can have an ordinary life. Here, he will live according to his rule and demands. By commanding the spirit and overwhelming powers, he can rule this world as a grim reaper. Now, he wants to continue the discussion between them, but he thinks his killer is pretending to be dead to escape the penalty. Soon, he realizes that he has made a blunder because she seems dead. By creating the magic circle, he brings another skeleton hand to check whether she is alive or not. When he examines her, his body starts shivering because she has died. Complete 3000's like for part 2. Watch this video and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.